Ladies and gentlemen, life is a profound teacher, yet some of its harshest lessons are learned through personal experience rather than traditional education. These lessons can be difficult to accept, but they're crucial for growth and success. Today I want to share 12 brutal life lessons that nobody teaches you, but everyone must confront to navigate the complexities of life. One of the harshest truths is that life isn't designed to be fair. People often face challenges and injustices they don't deserve. However, accepting this reality can free you from resentment and self-pity. Instead of fixating on fairness, focus on what you can control: your attitude, your decisions, and your actions. Adversity doesn't define you, how you respond to it does. Life's uneven playing field can also be a powerful motivator, pushing you to achieve more and appreciate your wins. In life, it's your outcomes that matter most. Good intentions are important, but they don't carry weight unless they lead to results. Employers, clients, and even friends often evaluate you based on what you deliver, not what you plan to do. This may feel harsh, but it emphasizes the value of action over promises. Focus on delivering tangible results, no matter how small, to earn respect and trust. Time is irreplaceable, yet it's easy to squander. Unlike money or possessions, you can't earn more time. Every minute wasted is a moment you'll never get back. Prioritize what matters most to you, whether it's relationships, personal growth, or meaningful work. Be intentional about how you spend your time, because once it's gone forever. Entitlement is a trap. The world doesn't owe you success, happiness, or recognition. These are things you have to work for and earn. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come to you, take initiative, cultivate self-reliance, and be proactive in creating the life you want. Everyone fails at some point, often multiple times. The brutal truth is that failure is not just unavoidable, it's essential for growth. It teaches resilience, sharpens your skills, and shows you what doesn't work. Learn to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a setback. It's not the end of the road, it's part of the journey. To achieve anything meaningful, you'll have to give something up, be it comfort, time, or even relationships. Sacrifice is the price of progress. Understand your priorities, and be willing to let go of short-term pleasures for long-term goals. Remember, every choice you make has a cost, so choose wisely. Not everyone has your best interests at heart. People may disappoint you, betray you, or act in their own self-interest. This doesn't mean you should stop trusting others, but it does mean you should set boundaries and manage your expectations. Learn to discern who is truly supportive and who is not. Material possessions, external achievements, and others' approval can provide temporary satisfaction, but true happiness comes from within. It's about cultivating gratitude, self-awareness, and inner peace. Chasing external validation often leads to emptiness, while building internal contentment creates lasting fulfillment. Life's unfairness is one of the most uncomfortable truths to accept. We grow up with an innate sense of fairness, expecting that if we work hard, treat others well, and follow the rules, we'll be rewarded accordingly. Yet reality often proves otherwise. Talented people don't always succeed. Kind individuals sometimes face cruelty, and those who cut corners can appear to win in the short term. This discrepancy can leave us feeling angry, disillusioned, and even powerless. But here's the key. Fairness is not a guarantee, it's a fleeting ideal. Rather than dwelling on the inequities, we need to shift our perspective. Understand that while life may not distribute opportunities evenly, it does present each of us with choices. These choices, how we react to adversity, how we treat others despite their actions, and how we move forward, are what ultimately shape our lives. Fairness may not be something we can control, but resilience is. Take a moment to think about successful individuals who've endured unimaginable challenges. Oprah Winfrey faced poverty and abuse, but transformed her circumstances into a global empire. Stephen Hawking lost physical abilities, but reshaped our understanding of the universe. Their stories are proof that fairness isn't a prerequisite for greatness. Determination and mindset are. Additionally, unfairness can be a powerful teacher. It sharpens your ability to adapt, enhances your emotional resilience, and often propels you to create opportunities for yourself and others. Acknowledge the times when you faced setbacks or disadvantages, and reflect on what they taught you. Did they force you to innovate? Did they lead you to uncover strengths you didn't know you had? Letting go of the expectation of fairness doesn't mean becoming cynical. It means recognizing that while you can't control external circumstances, you can control your attitude and response. When you stop fixating on why life isn't fair, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters, building a life of purpose, authenticity, and impact. Life isn't fair, but that's okay, because you are stronger than its unfairness. In a perfect world, people would understand and value the intentions behind your actions. They would recognize the effort, thought, and passion you pour into your work and relationships. However, the reality is far less forgiving. Most people judge you by the results you produce, not the intentions you hold. It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's one of the most important life lessons to grasp. Imagine you promise a friend you'll help them move, but on the day of the move, something urgent comes up, and you can't make it. Your intentions were good, you genuinely wanted to help, yet from your friend's perspective, what matters is that you weren't there when they needed you. Similarly, in a professional setting, no one will care about how hard you tried to meet a deadline if the project isn't delivered on time. Results are what leave an impression and build or erode trust. This lesson can feel harsh, but it's also empowering because it reminds us to take ownership of our actions and outcomes. If results matter, then focus on creating systems and habits that lead to success. Develop a mindset of accountability and follow through on your commitments, no matter the obstacles. If you aim to build a reputation of reliability and competence, results are your best currency. It's also important to recognize that good intentions are not meaningless. They are the foundation of ethical and meaningful actions. However, they need to be paired with execution. Your intentions are like the seed of a plant, but the results are the visible growth that others can see and appreciate. Without tangible outcomes, even the most well-meaning intentions can feel hollow. So, how can you bridge the gap between intentions and results? Start by setting clear, actionable goals. Break down large tasks into manageable steps, and measure your progress regularly. Learn from setbacks and refine your approach. And most importantly, hold yourself accountable, not just for what you plan to do, but for what you actually achieve. Remember, people don't see your internal struggles or the barriers you face. They see what you produce and contribute. By focusing on delivering results, you not only meet the expectations of others, but also build self-confidence and momentum in your own journey. In the end, let your actions speak louder than your words, and let your results validate your intentions. Time is the most valuable currency you have, yet it's often spent as though it's limitless. Unlike money, time cannot be saved, earned back, or borrowed. Every second that passes is a moment you'll never experience again. Recognizing this truth can be unsettling, but it's also liberating because it forces you to reassess how you prioritize your life. Consider how often we waste time scrolling through social media, procrastinating on important tasks, or worrying about things beyond our control. These moments may seem insignificant in the short term, but over weeks, months, and years, they add up to lost opportunities, untapped potential, and regrets about what could have been. The harsh reality is that time is always moving forward, whether you use it wisely or not. To truly value your time, you must understand its irreplaceability. Successful individuals are often those who treat their time as sacred, choosing carefully what deserves their attention and energy. They learn to say no to distractions, trivial pursuits, and even well-meaning requests that don't align with their goals. Every yes you give comes at the expense of something else. When you say yes to an unimportant task, you're saying no to something meaningful, whether it's personal growth, family, or self-care. The most effective way to reclaim your time is to adopt intentionality. Start by setting priorities. What are the things that truly matter to you? Is it building a career, nurturing relationships, or pursuing a passion? Once you identify these priorities, allocate your time accordingly. Use tools like calendars, timers, and planners to stay organized. But more importantly, develop the discipline to stick to your commitments. Also, learn to value empty time, those moments of rest and reflection that allow you to recharge. Being busy doesn't equate to being productive. Sometimes, stepping back and allowing yourself to breathe is the most efficient use of your time, because it helps you regain focus and clarity. Finally, remember that time spent with loved ones is an investment in memories and relationships. You can't put a price on moments spent laughing with friends, comforting a loved one, or simply enjoying the beauty of a quiet evening. These are the moments that make life rich and meaningful. Time is the one thing you can't get back. Make every moment count by aligning your actions with your values and goals. Live with the awareness that every day is a gift, and use it to create a life that's not just full, but fulfilling. One of the hardest lessons to accept is that nobody owes you anything, not success, not happiness, not recognition, and not even kindness. This truth can feel harsh, especially if you've been taught that being good, working hard, or simply existing entitles you to certain rewards. However, understanding and embracing this reality is essential to building a life of self-reliance, resilience, and fulfillment. Many people fall into the trap of entitlement, believing that the world should reward them for their efforts, struggles, or virtues. But life doesn't operate on a merit system. Success doesn't automatically follow hard work, and kindness isn't always reciprocated. Waiting for others to give you what you think you deserve is a recipe for frustration and stagnation. Instead, the power lies in taking responsibility for your own life and outcomes. Think about it. If nobody owes you anything, then everything you achieve is entirely up to you. This isn't a limitation, it's a freedom. It means you don't have to rely on the approval, validation, or generosity of others to move forward. You have the ability to create your own opportunities, set your own standards, and define your own success. This mindset doesn't mean shutting yourself off from others, or rejecting help when it's offered. It simply means recognizing that any support or kindness you receive is a bonus, not a given. When you approach life with this perspective, you'll appreciate the help and generosity of others more deeply, because you won't take it for granted. Moreover, understanding that nobody owes you anything helps you let go of resentment and disappointment. It's easy to feel bitter when people don't meet your expectations, or when life doesn't go as planned, but instead of dwelling on what you didn't get, focus on what you can give to yourself and to the world. Channel your energy into actions that move you closer to your goals, regardless of whether anyone else acknowledges your efforts. Lastly, this lesson teaches the importance of gratitude. If nobody owes you anything, then every kindness, opportunity, or blessing you receive becomes a gift to be cherished. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what you already have, empowering you to approach life with positivity and resilience. In the end, nobody owes you anything, but you owe it to yourself to make the most of your time, talents, and potential. Take ownership of your journey, and remember, the less you depend on external validation, the stronger and freer you become. Failure is a universal experience, yet it remains one of the most feared and misunderstood aspects of life. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to avoid failure at all costs, associating it with shame, inadequacy, or weakness. But here's the truth: failure isn't just inevitable, it's also necessary. It's one of life's most effective teachers, shaping us in ways success never could. Failure forces us to confront our limitations, weaknesses, and blind spots. It strips away illusions and compels us to take a hard look at what's not working. This process can be painful, but it's also incredibly valuable. When you fail, you gain clarity. You learn what to do differently, what skills to improve, and what strategies to abandon. Without failure, growth stagnates, and potential remains untapped. Consider the stories of great innovators, leaders, and artists. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed,
"I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," referring to his attempts at creating the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected by numerous publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. These examples aren't just inspiring anecdotes, they're proof that failure is a stepping stone to success. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often lies in how they respond to failure. Failure also builds resilience, a quality that's essential for navigating life's ups and downs. When you experience setbacks and learn to recover from them, you develop mental and emotional strength. You realize that failure isn't the end, it's a detour, a lesson, or even an opportunity in disguise. Each time you bounce back, you become more confident in your ability to handle challenges and more fearless in pursuing your goals. Another critical aspect of failure is that it fosters humility and empathy. When you face struggles and setbacks, you're less likely to judge others harshly and more inclined to offer support and understanding. Failure connects us as humans, reminding us that nobody is perfect and everyone is a work in progress. Embracing failure requires a mindset shift. Instead of seeing it as something to avoid, view it as a natural and necessary part of the journey. Celebrate your efforts, not just your outcomes, and be willing to take risks, even if they don't always pay off. Remember, the only true failure is giving up. Every other failure is simply a lesson waiting to be learned. In the grand scheme of life, failure isn't a roadblock, it's a bridge to better things. It's a reminder that growth often comes from discomfort, and that every setback carries the potential for a comeback. So don't fear failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you toward your greatest achievements. Success is a dream many strive for, yet few truly understand the price it demands. One of life's harshest realities is that meaningful achievements often come at the cost of comfort, convenience, and even personal relationships. Sacrifice isn't just a possibility on the road to success, it's a certainty. Imagine someone training for the Olympics. Their days are filled with grueling practice sessions, strict diets, and mental discipline. While their peers might be enjoying leisurely evenings, indulgent meals, or carefree weekends, they're on the field, in the gym, or studying their craft. The sacrifices they make in their daily lives are the foundation of their future triumphs. This principle applies to nearly every significant endeavor. Want to excel in your career? Be prepared to invest long hours, take risks, and occasionally miss out on social gatherings or leisure activities. Building a business, you might have to forego financial stability in the short term, working tirelessly to turn your vision into reality. Even personal growth, like developing a new skill or improving your health, requires letting go of old habits and embracing discipline. Sacrifice isn't limited to external comforts. It often involves an internal struggle. You'll need to sacrifice doubt for confidence, fear for courage, and procrastination for action. These internal shifts are among the hardest because they demand a transformation of mindset. You may have to let go of relationships that don't support your growth or beliefs that no longer serve you. These sacrifices can be painful, but they're necessary to make room for the person you're becoming. It's important to note that sacrifice doesn't mean neglecting every aspect of your life. Balance is key. Success achieved at the cost of your health, happiness, or relationships isn't truly success. The goal is to prioritize your time and energy, focusing on what aligns with your long-term vision. This often means saying no to good things so you can say yes to great things. Sacrifice also builds character. Each time you choose to prioritize your goals over temporary pleasures, you strengthen your discipline and determination. This discipline spills over into other areas of your life, making you more resilient and focused. Finally, remember that sacrifice isn't permanent. It's a temporary investment for a greater return. The moments you spend working hard, facing challenges, and forgoing immediate gratification are paving the way for a future where your dreams are realized. When you look back, the sacrifices will seem small compared to the rewards you've earned. Success requires sacrifice, but it's not about what you lose, it's about what you gain. By letting go of the things that hold you back, you create space for the life you truly desire. Embrace the sacrifices as part of the journey, knowing that every step forward brings you closer to your goals.
One of the toughest life lessons to accept is that people are inherently self-interested. While many are kind, supportive, and genuine, others prioritize their own needs, goals, and desires above everything else, even at the expense of others. This truth may seem disheartening, but understanding it can help you navigate relationships with clarity and wisdom. At some point, you will encounter betrayal, broken promises, or unmet expectations. A close friend might prioritize their ambitions over your friendship. A colleague might take credit for your work. Even those you love dearly may let you down in moments when you need them most. These experiences hurt deeply because they conflict with the ideal of unconditional trust and loyalty. Why does this happen? People are complex. Their actions are shaped by their circumstances, insecurities, and priorities. Sometimes, people act selfishly because they are overwhelmed, afraid, or simply unaware of the impact of their behavior. Other times, they knowingly put their own interests first. Understanding this doesn't excuse the behavior, but helps you approach it with a balanced perspective. Learning that people can be selfish doesn't mean becoming cynical or distrusting everyone. It means setting healthy boundaries and managing expectations. Recognize that not everyone in your life will have your best interests at heart. Be selective about who you trust and let into your inner circle. Invest your time and energy in relationships with those who consistently demonstrate reliability and respect. At the same time, strive to be self-aware about your own actions. Are you acting out of self-interest at times? Have you unintentionally let someone down? Being honest with yourself and holding yourself to the same standards you expect from others fosters personal growth and healthier relationships. When people let you down, try not to take it personally. Their actions often say more about their character and struggles than about you. Rather than dwelling on the pain, focus on how you can move forward. Learn from the experience, adjust your expectations, and protect your emotional well-being. Lastly, don't let the selfishness of others harden your heart. Despite the reality that people can be unreliable, many are also capable of incredible kindness, generosity, and loyalty. By maintaining a balanced outlook, you'll be able to recognize and nurture those meaningful connections. Life is full of lessons, and this one is no exception. People can be selfish and unreliable, but they can also surprise you with acts of love and support. By understanding this duality, you'll be better equipped to navigate relationships with resilience, wisdom, and grace. Happiness is one of the most sought-after goals in life, yet many people search for it in all the wrong places. Society often teaches us that happiness can be found in external achievements, possessions, or validation from others. We're told that landing a dream job, buying a fancy car, or gaining the approval of peers will bring lasting joy. But the truth is, happiness doesn't come from outside sources, it comes from within. Relying on external factors for happiness is a risky game. Material possessions lose their shine over time. Achievements can feel hollow once the initial excitement fades, and the approval of others is fleeting and unpredictable. For example, think about the thrill of buying a new gadget or achieving a major milestone. While these moments bring temporary satisfaction, they don't create lasting fulfillment. That's because true happiness is not about what you have or what you accomplish. It's about how you feel about yourself and your life, regardless of circumstances. Internal happiness is rooted in self-awareness, gratitude, and contentment. It comes from accepting who you are, flaws and all, and finding joy in the simple everyday moments of life. It's the peace you feel when you spend time with loved ones, the satisfaction of pursuing a passion, and the gratitude for the things you already have. This kind of happiness doesn't depend on external validation or perfect conditions. It exists even in the face of challenges and setbacks. Cultivating happiness from within requires effort and intention. Start by practicing gratitude. Make it a habit to reflect on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, helping you appreciate the beauty in your life. Next, Develop self-awareness. Take time to understand your values, passions, and goals. When you align your actions with what truly matters to you, you'll find a sense of purpose and fulfillment that external rewards can't provide. Mindfulness is another powerful tool for internal happiness. Living in the present moment helps you savor life's simple pleasures and reduces stress about the past or future. Activities like meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature can help you connect with your inner self. Lastly, focus on building resilience. Life will inevitably throw challenges your way, but your ability to adapt and find meaning in difficult times is key to sustaining happiness. When you learn to rely on your inner strength and maintain a positive outlook, you'll discover that happiness is not something you chase, it's something you create. Happiness is an inside job. The sooner you stop seeking it in external sources, the sooner you can start building a life that feels rich, meaningful, and authentically joyful. Let your happiness radiate from within, and watch how it transforms not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Life is a journey filled with lessons, some gentle, others harsh. The truths we've explored today are not meant to discourage you but to awaken you. These lessons, though challenging, are the stepping stones to a life of wisdom, resilience, and fulfillment. Accepting that life isn't always fair, understanding the value of time, embracing failure, and recognizing the need for sacrifice are not signs of weakness. They are marks of strength. They remind us that while we cannot control everything, we can control how we respond, grow, and thrive. Let these lessons be a guide, not a burden. Use them to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Remember, nobody owes you anything, but you owe it to yourself to make the most of your journey. Trust that happiness is not something to be found outside. It's a light that shines within you. Life will test you, but it will also reward you. With every challenge comes an opportunity to rise above, and with every setback comes the chance to create a powerful comeback. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. In the end, it's not the lessons themselves, but how you live them that will define your story. So live boldly, love deeply, and never stop striving for the best version of yourself. The world needs what only you can offer. Don't let anything hold you back. Life is a journey, a mosaic of experiences that teach us, challenge us, and ultimately shape the individuals we become. Each lesson, no matter how harsh, carries the potential to elevate us if we embrace it with an open heart and a resilient mind. The truths we've discussed today are not just pieces of advice, they are the realities that form the foundation of a meaningful and purposeful life. These lessons remind us that life is not a straight path, but a winding road filled with peaks and valleys. It's a journey where fairness is not guaranteed, but strength and perseverance always matter. Accept that life isn't fair, and instead of waiting for justice, create your own opportunities. Embrace the power you have to define your own success, to turn adversity into growth, and to rise above every setback with renewed determination. Remember, people will often judge you by your results, not your intentions. This truth can feel heavy, but it also empowers you to take action and deliver on your promises. Let your actions speak louder than your words, and let the results of your efforts inspire trust and respect. Focus on what you can control, and consistently strive to leave a positive impact. Time, the most precious resource, is fleeting. It is neither infinite nor refundable. Every second you spend on distractions or negativity is a second you'll never get back. Prioritize what truly matters, your dreams, your loved ones, your personal growth, and guard your time fiercely. Live intentionally, because every moment is an opportunity to create, to learn, and to grow. Understand that nobody owes you anything. Entitlement is a trap that only leads to disappointment. Instead, embrace self-reliance. Take ownership of your life, your choices, and your future. The power to achieve your goals lies within you, not in the hands of others. Appreciate the kindness and support you receive along the way, but never depend on it to define your worth or success. Failure, while painful, is an essential part of growth. It teaches lessons that success never can. It humbles you, strengthens you,
and redirects you toward a better path. Each failure you face is not an ending, but a beginning, a chance to learn, improve, and come back stronger. Don't fear failure. Embrace it as a vital component of your journey. To achieve greatness, sacrifice is inevitable. Success demands that you let go of comfort and make hard choices. Whether it's time, effort, or resources, the sacrifices you make today pave the way for the success you'll enjoy tomorrow. Remember, no significant achievement comes without its price. Choose your sacrifices wisely, and let them fuel your progress toward your goals. People will sometimes act in their own interests, and not everyone will have your back. While this truth can be disheartening, it is also a reminder to set boundaries, manage expectations, and invest in relationships that are genuine and supportive. Be selective with your trust, but also strive to be the kind of person others can trust and rely on. And finally, know that true happiness comes from within. It isn't found in material possessions or external validation, but in a deep sense of contentment, gratitude, and purpose. Cultivate habits that nurture your inner peace. Learn to appreciate the simple joys of life, and build a foundation of happiness that is unshakable, no matter what life throws your way. As we bring this journey of reflection to a close, I want you to remember this: life is not about avoiding challenges or waiting for perfect circumstances. It's about rising to the occasion, learning from every experience, and becoming the best version of yourself. You are stronger than your failures, wiser than your setbacks, and more resilient than you realize. So go forward with courage. Face life's lessons head on. Embrace the struggles, celebrate the victories, and live with the understanding that every moment, every step, is an opportunity to grow and make a difference. The world needs your unique light, your strength, and your wisdom. Don't let anything dim it. Thank you for listening, and may you continue to walk your path with grace, determination, and an unwavering belief in your ability to create a life that is truly extraordinary.